amazing, beautiful, cold, depending on where you are, evening on this day?
It is rainy and crappy over here. It is awful today, but
It's the same here.
I love it
It's
because I'm home.
cold.
Though. I love this weather when I'm home, but it's very saddening.
Yeah. It's cold and wet down here. So yeah. What about you, Jerron? I see you unmuted.
I was gonna say we up here cold and snowy and all type of fly stuff. Don't tell her what you look like outside, bro.
Yeah, we're getting more snow too as well.
You have to come to Florida. It's sunny and 81 all next week. It's 75 right now.
Wow.
I just saw
right now.
the accident that was in Texas. That was unbelievable.
The accident that was in Texas.
I know it's like
it was the chain reaction.
Here in Dallas.
100 car pileup.
In Dallas.
It was in Texas.
In Dallas.
Yes, it was in Dallas.
That's where it was.
Or it is in Dallas.
Y'all don't even know.
A lot of the
Y'all don't even know. Yeah, they done made national news. Everybody,
I was going to tell you, it's where we live. Yes.
Oh, wow.
And there were essential workers, nurses, and things coming home from their shift. It was late at night. It took them, through the morning to get cranes and get everybody out. 100 cars.
It was another one today. It was about 10 18-wheelers in Dallas and then in Austin.
Oh, that's
the last couple of hours.
Wow.
35 recently.
Yeah, today. A couple of hours ago.
Oh, I didn't know there was another one.
Oh my.
There was another one today.
It's really bad out. It's really bad out here in Dallas. They actually canceled all of our schools through tomorrow. So yeah, it's really bad.
Oh, so y'all don't know what it's like. Just snowy? Is it cold?
Like no, it's cold. It's about 25. It's 25 degrees, but there's a lot of black ice. And for those of us who are from up north and lived in the northern states, we know how to drive on black ice, but a lot of people here, they don't. And so, it's just, that's the issue. Yeah.
Wow. Well, for those of you, please be safe. Just please be safe. Wow. Well, today, and while Antonio is finishing up a phone call, what we're going to do is we're going to start with chapter 5 of the Code of the Extraordinary Mind. It's called Upgrade Your Systems for Living. And this is where we discover how to get better at life by constantly updating our daily systems. All right. So I'm going to pass it over to Miss Grace.
All right. Oh, can you hear me? Okay, great. All right. Let me get this going here. I said it. Hold on. Sorry about that. I just had it. Okay. Now, where we discover how to get better at life by constantly updating our daily system. Okay, so everybody has a daily system. You know it. You got a routine. Okay, everybody has a routine. You may not think about it, but you have a routine. Every time you get out of the bed or when you wake up, there's a routine that you automatically know to do. Whatever that routine is, that's your system that you have every day. What Elon Musk said, I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. I think that's the single piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. So right there, listen, Deanna and I, we're teachers. So that means, Mr. Phil, we're facilitators. Okay. That means if we need participation, we won't be the only two people talking on today. So I want to know people's thoughts on what Elon Musk said. He said it's important that you constantly think about think about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. Okay, because we always have room to grow and room to get better. Thank you. Okay, Deanna has put that in the chat. Did somebody unmute their mic and would like to have a go at this? Reflect on
All right. So her audio went out. So her question was reflect on what you do and how you can do it better. What has, and I'm going to repost it in the chat for those who are just joining us. What current system do you have that you do on a daily basis that is not working for you, but you haven't really just sat back and was like, okay, there's something about this that's just not working? I do that on a daily basis. I will not sit here and look like Miss Perfect. I do that on a daily basis. I wake up every morning like, okay, I can get up earlier and I can get this knocked out before I get to the office so this can be done. Then when I get to the office, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should have this already planned out. So by the time I get to the office, I know what I'm doing and I can have it done before lunch even hits or before the meeting, and so on and so forth. So what about you? What daily system do you have that you can update to update your life? And the floor is open. You know, Dr. Anita, I could see your smile all the way over here. Come on, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't be shy. You know y'all got a system.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen. What? Oh, go ahead, Miss Chi Chi.
Okay, so I came on here because I was going to use y'all as a distraction for my brains for the day. But to answer your question, the daily system that I operate on that needs updating and fixing is the lack of planning for my stuff. Like I plan out execution stuff for my clients and the people that I serve, but my stuff, I just be going by the seat of my pants. I'd be like, okay, I want to do this. All right, let's build it. Let's release it. All while we building the car, all while we driving it. Just all, and it's so stressful to operate that way, but I don't make the time to plan out like I should, even though I teach my clients to plan out their stuff. It's like crazy. Yes, the whole conquering. The whole pocket. Be snapping the doors on it, putting the windshield wipers on there, everything. While we got rolling the tires. Just
wow. Who else is like Miss Chi Chi? Or Miss Chi Chi Lee? Who else is the same way? You dedicate time for everyone else's stuff, but not for your own.
Well, I've definitely, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was about to say, I've definitely been there. And that's why I had to decide. A lot of people aren't going to agree with me for doing this either, because I know you got to be consistent on here, especially building your personal brand. But this is just me speaking my truth as well for now. I took a break for a minute off of social media because right now, I know I'm taking up more things on life. So I'm just trying to establish like what I got going on for my life now. And I see me constantly, even though like they're good stuff and I don't mind giving and everything, but I also got to make sure that I'm not set back on my own tasks as well. So once I'm able to really, and this is even how I can improve my system as well, since we're talking on that topic. What I can do better is waking up earlier. Definitely, like even I agree so much with what you said, Deanna, as well, with waking up earlier so that before I go into the office or before I go into working at my own job, I can be prepared. I can have other things done before having my other tasks that I got to do at this other area clogged, not being clogged up, not stacking on top of each other, and making sure that everything is aligned as it should be. And so that I don't have to have that worry of the task that I didn't get done yet in the back of my mind, because so that I can really refresh and focus on what's new and what's coming up, so that I can just be on point with everything. So just definitely waking up earlier more and just getting things done faster for me as well.
All right, Jerron, thank you so much for sharing that with us. Before we get to you, Dr. Anita, Miss Chi-Chi, I know you was using us as a distraction.
Yes,
so I have a quick question for you. What in regards to not having enough time for you, how can you alter or edit your system to make more time for yourself, for your personal brand, for the things you want to do for you?
Well, for me, because I know for me, one of the things I know about myself is that I show up for others, right? Which is proven why I'm kind of in this predicament in the first place. So what I did was I just joined a program that's going to teach me and hold me accountable for planning out stuff, because I suck. I really do suck at planning out stuff for myself. And I need someone else to hold me accountable and to give me a system for planning out stuff for me.
All right. Well, there you go, Miss Chi-Chi. So you have a way to edit your system. Jerron is editing his system. So congratulations to both of you. And thank you for your transparency and even being able to admit to yourself that, yeah, I need to wake up earlier. Bless your soul, Jerron, because I do it every other day. Next week it's gonna be more. And Miss Chi-Chi, congratulations to you as well.
I said I did that today.
Ouch! Come on. Congratulations to both of you. Thank you both for your transparency. And Miss Chi-Chi, congratulations to you, because it takes a lot for somebody to say, okay, look, I'm gonna need you to hold me accountable. Because I tell Grace that all the time, and I have to tell her, Grace, I don't care how much you get on my nerves look from my face. You just keep telling me, keep reminding me, hold me accountable. Because she be like, D, did you? And I'll be like, thank you for reminding me. So congratulations to you, Miss Chi-Chi. I'm happy for you.
I need it. Listen, you talking about getting up early. I've been promising myself I was gonna get up early for the past month. The alarm clock go off at 5 o'clock. I hit off.
Not snooze. Off.
Not
I do
snooze,
understand.
but off.
I do. Trust me, I do understand. My alarm is set for 4 a.m. I get out of bed at like 6:30. So I do understand. Yes, sir, Mr. Phil.
Well, think about that. By hitting the snooze alarm, the first conscious act of the morning is an act of procrastination.
Dang.
Really,
that just
Mr.
made
Phil?
everybody feel bad. I don't even hit it, but that was like, dang. All right. Like that.
This is why we have Phil, because he is gonna call our crap to the carpet and really make you deal with yourself, okay?
Man,
The carpet.
that made my stomach hurt. Thanks for the gut punch, Mr. Phil. Thanks for the gut punch. You literally had everyone on here like, okay, well, I won't hit snooze anymore. Let me just get my butt on up. Wait. Oh my goodness.
I can't even believe that he just said this.
Right?
I put the alarm on the other side of wherever I'm at, just to make sure that I have to actually get up and take like steps to go and hit the button. Yeah. But I'm so glad I never hit the snooze and walked all the way over there and then got back into bed, because then it would be even 10 times worse. But that I'm sitting there eating like, damn, that was good job, Mr. Phil.
Wow.
We're gonna all make a bill when our alarms go off tomorrow.
Right?
Yeah.
I know. We all hear his voice in our head. First act of the day. Can't be procrastination. Okay.
I promise you, my alarm's gonna go off and I'm gonna reach for it. I'm like, dang it, Mr. Phil, and I'm gonna get out of bed. Thank you very much, Mr. Phil. Thank you. You have literally gut punched every last one of us who hit snooze and go back to sleep.
Not literally.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
we don't even
Dr.
use alarm clocks.
Oh,
we wake up. We know what time we need to wake up, and we wake up.
See,
I'm trying to get to that level. I am trying to get to that level.
right, right, Gerard.
I'm trying to get to that
like,
level.
get up.
Yeah, I told somebody once, I said, what time do you get up? I said, I let God wake me up. He said, you let God wake you up? Yeah, I said, yeah. He said, don't you think God's got more important things to do than wake you up? I go, she delegates.
You know what, Mr. Phil? I love it. I love it so much. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we have Dr. Anita, Dr. Trask, and then Miss Corinne. Whew.
I'm good. I'm sorry. Dr. Phil got me over here cracking. I'm good. You know, same thing Shaquista said. I mean, I do have a habit of putting my things last. I mean, seriously, last. Like, shoot, I got a letter from the IRS in December saying we need your 2017. And every day I said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I did it, but I needed to make some corrections. I'm going to do it. And I just mailed it off 2 days ago because, and again, that's terrible. It truly is terrible. But I put more emphasis on doing things for other people, other processes, you know, my students, everything else that I do on me, realizing that I need to put me first, because if I can't do me, then I can't do them. So I'm trying to get better with that. And so, and I try to use now Phil's thing about income producing systems. So I try to use that now. It's like anything that brings me income or make sure I'm doing something that will generate income regardless of what it is, even if it's working on me, then I try to do those things first to try to become more organized. And so even to the point of, you know, old-fashioned composition book. And I know, you know, yeah, I have a computer. Actually, if y'all saw my desk right now, I have 3 of them at my mother's dining room table, 3 monitors, 3 systems. But it's just trying to get a habit or trying to get a system that works. And that's the most challenging part. So, but thank you.
All right. Once we speak to Dr. Trask and Miss Corinne, I have a question for everybody, because there's something that Miss Chi and Dr. Renita said that I would like for all of us to open up, because it is a part of our system. So before I do that, Dr. Trask, the floor is yours. And then after Dr. Trask, we have Miss Corinne.
Well, one of the things that I had to decide which was most important, me laying in the bed an extra 30 minutes or going ahead and getting up so I wouldn't be rushed. I've always rushed. And so this past year, since I've been with ATS, I now get up to do the things that I need to do, take care of my mom, do all those things. So I'm able to be ready for 8 o'clock when the 8 o'clock comes. But I had to get into a program with myself that if I'm not doing for me, how can I continue? And what is my benefit of doing for others? And once I kind of weighed that out and I got the calendar to make the plans and to put everything in focus, it started making more sense to me. I'm rushing for other people, and I'm not rushing for myself. And so it kind of took a little change of mindset. And I'm so glad because I get up early enough so I can pray, start my day. If I want to do my walking, which I've not been doing in a while, at 7 o'clock in the morning, but I'll start back doing that again. But that rush spirit I had to get rid of that rush spirit and that spirit of procrastination to the point of where I'm at right now. Still got a long ways to go, but at least I've started. In this past year, I've noticed a big change of being consistent. Because I remember that was a question that was asked, and I said that was what I had a problem of, was being consistent. I'm great at starting things. I love it. Start being a visionary, but going through, pulling through, working it through to the finish line. But I have become better at that this past 14, 15 months that I've been with APS, and all y'all as family has really helped a great deal. So thanks a lot.
Thank you, Dr. Trash.
Congratulations.
Man.
Thank you, Dr. Trash.
Wow, you have definitely updated your daily system. Thank you. And thank you for that. Thank you for that very much for sharing with us. All right. So now comes my question. Now comes my question to everyone, because Dr. Trash says she updated her system. Hold me one second.
You forgot Corinne.
Oh, she private messaged me. Unless Miss Corinne, you something else came up you would like to say? And
Well, since
thank you, Miss Adrian.
attention and busting me out, I was just gonna say, because I was late to the class, but I thought we were talking about the book, and so as I was sitting here listening, I was like, "Dang, this is a good topic." But I missed the initial question, so I didn't want to ask a question that could just throw everything off. But I believe I gained the context, and so when you said you had a second question, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be even better because I missed the first one." So, but now since we've exposed everything and I've exposed myself, what was the first question that you asked that we were answering? And then you can follow with your second one.
Yes, ma'am. So the first question that I asked everyone was, what about your daily system can you replace, update it? And I'm rephrasing, but what about your daily system do you need to alter to increase your life? And then from that question, my next question, because we had a couple of people say that they put everyone else's things above theirs. And so they needed to switch their daily system and start making them more important. So my question is actually going to be directed to everyone, because if one of us is doing it, 9 times out of 10, all of us is doing it. So how many of you need to update the system of putting everyone else's, making everyone else a priority over yourself? And a part 2 of that question is, why do you make everyone else a priority over yourself? And I'll start because I was there, and every now and then I still tinker back over to you know what? I'm selfish too. I'm not gonna lie. I am. You can ask Grace. I'm selfish. I don't like to share. Yes, ma'am, Miss Corinne. Yes, ma'am. But I made everyone else so much more important because I used to tell myself, oh, I can wait. I can focus on me later. Let me help them. Oh man, if I just help them, then I'll be able to focus on me, because your mind is so much on helping that you forget, well, man, I'm tired. But if you're always tired after pouring out after a long day, you don't have time because you don't have the energy to focus on you. Now that's me. And then I was also dealing with low self-esteem. So I literally, whoever I was with or whatever I was focused on became more important than me, so I wouldn't have to deal with myself. So that's 2 different aspects of why others and me pouring out to others or helping others was more important than myself. So that's 2 reasons why. So now I'm going to open it up to everyone else. I see Coach Eanes has her hand up. I see you, Miss Nashira, what you said. I see you, Miss Corinne. So Coach Eanes, the floor is yours. Oh, you're still muted, coach. Still can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
So we're on here for the first time together, so forgive if there's some echo. But I can relate to this wholeheartedly. I've definitely had to learn the value of my self-care, and I think this really goes back to self-care. And I'm going to share something with y'all really quick. I shared this quote with my students today. It says, "Your greatest responsibility is to love yourself and to know you are enough." And so many times we forget we identify what we do for other people with doing something for ourselves. Like, I don't know who I am outside of showing up for other people. So then I don't show up for me, because if I'm showing up for me, you said something, Deanna, you said about being selfish. And there's nothing selfish in showing up for yourself, right? At all. And doing the things that you're supposed to do for you, because we can't pour from an empty vessel. We can't give to others what we don't have. We give others the overflow of what we have, and not even the vessel, not what's in us. So for me, I had to learn as a mother of 5 and a teacher, like, I had to fall back and learn how to prioritize myself and understand that if I'm not doing for me the things that need to be done, I am no good to anyone else, and I'm giving them the least of me and not the best of me, because the first thing I need to do is do that for me. So I've had to change my routines, and understand that when I get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, that's my golden hour. That's my time. That's how I plan my day out and get things organized. And it is hard, but like Phil said earlier, it's procrastination at its core, because to me, it's like you're telling yourself that you're not worth it. You're not valuable enough to show up for that time and getting out of bed and doing those things for you. So again, I think it just goes back to self-care and prioritizing yourself and understanding being selfish in that space is okay, and give yourself permission to do that for you. So yeah.
Thank you very much, coach.
Awesome.
First off, thank you for the second gut punch of the evening. Appreciate it.
I was gonna say, make sure you acknowledge the fact that she just hit us again with that.
Right? You know what? They say it comes in 3s. So who's next? Who's next? Who's next? That just lets me, that's the universe telling me, stop hitting snoozing, just get up. That's what the universe is telling me. So I receive it. You don't have to hit me a third time.
I put it like this. When people be taking naps and stuff, and you want to, you go halfway through your day and then you get tired and go lay down, I always ask them, well, you put a lot of onus on God, because they only give you one wake up a day. I mean, you're only supposed to get one. So when you start laying down and don't want to get up and all that kind of stuff, what are you really saying? What are you really saying to him? Because he's going to give you one blessing, but if you lay back down in the middle of that day and then want to get back up, what happened? See what I'm talking about? I'm sorry.
For the third one.
Look, that was your third one. That way we can move on.
Now, wait a minute now. I am an avid napper. You're not going to take nap.
I took one today.
Okay?
Girl.
Yeah, she doesn't know what she doesn't know what she's talking about. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Everybody that take naps. That's what I used to always say, because I'd be like, well, dang, I understand laying down in the middle of the day, but and then like putting more onus on him to make sure that we get up like 3-4 times a day.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Okay, to be down and nap. No, nap is good. Nap is the blessings of the Lord. Okay, he said he will make you lay down in green pastures. Okay, that is the green pasture lay down pack.
And I'm hurt because that was not, look, that's how we can take scripture and go completely out of context, because at the end of the day, that pasture was a bad one, because he making for me is some stuff that, trust me, you ain't laying in you're not taking that nap because you want to. So them green pastures is because he making for me to do it. So I dig it, but
Adrian, it's a power nap. It's a power nap. Really, when you lay down to take a nap, it shouldn't be any more than 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And it's a power nap to give you energy, especially for entrepreneurs who get up early, and work from the time they get up until late into the evening, when you have that power nap, you are much more productive the rest of the day. So it's actually beneficial.
Whole countries take naps. Greece, Italy,
Talk
Mexico. Whole countries
Yes,
take
sir.
naps. It's called a
What happened
siesta.
to the U.S.? I'm sorry, I asked that question unmuted. But before we get to Mr. Samuel, I just, you know what, Kiera? But before we get to Mr. Samuel, there's a lot of things that Coach Ian said. And she completely, if you notice, she said, you know, it's okay to be selfish. You can't pour out to others if you're pouring from an empty cup. That's a part of, that takes us right back to updating your daily system. And updating your daily system for living does not mean changing your entire life in an instant. The smallest update can make the biggest change. The smallest update can make the biggest change. Waking up, like Dr. Trask was saying, you know, she wakes up early so she can, and coaching, so that's their time. Coach Ian said it's her golden hour. Dr. Trask said so she's not rushing. You take that time for yourself, and the rest of your day is perfectly cool, calm, or whatever comes your way. You're able to take it. You're able to take it without getting overly excited or overly frustrated. And I'm coming from both places. I've woken up 15 minutes before I had to get out the door with a 5-year-old to get dressed, knowing good and well that is not going to work. But when I wake up 45 minutes before I have to get out the house, I wake him up calmly, which means he has a smoother day. I'm more calmer because I'm not rushing, and we have a great day. But when I wake up and I only have 15 minutes to get dressed and get out the door, I'm rushing him, and he's still incombobulated from sleep because he just woke up, because children sleep because they sleep without stress. So he's waking up from a good deep sleep, and now he's just jumped out of his sleep because mommy's rushing. Mom's like, get up, come on, let's go. So his day is completely out of whack because I'm rushing. My day is completely out of whack because I'm rushing. But when you make the smallest update, something as small as just waking up 30 minutes earlier than you have been, it makes the world of difference. Just the small updates. And these small updates are selfish for your benefit. Not selfish as in not selfish as in how we use the term, but selfish as in, if I don't be selfish and take care of me, I will not be able to take care of you. Mr. Samuel, the floor is yours. Mr. Samuel? All right, well, while we're waiting for Mr. Samuel, who else? Go ahead, Mr. Phil. I saw you lean in. We ready for you.
Yeah, Mr. Samuel's taking his nap.
Gotcha. So who else would like to speak on updating your system and what we were? So now let's incorporate everything that we've been talking about. We've been talking about upgrading your system. What about your system do you feel, after evaluating yourself, do you feel you need to update? And we also brought up the thing of, in the process of updating your system, when you're pouring out to others, why do you pour out so much to others but forget about yourself? And then I reposted the quote that we posted earlier that Grace read, and it says, and it's from Elon Musk, and it says, I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. So I actually want to ask everyone a question with that. Who has done the loved it, loathed it list?
I did it.
Did you repeat that?
All right. So we know Daoud did his because he shared it with us. Thank you. Dr. Trask, Dr. Anita. Oh, Who has done the loved it, loathed it list? Okay.
Adrian.
Then Miss Adrian said that she's done it. Thank you. So this is the reason why I asked that question is because your loved it, loathed it list is a great way to evaluate to see what areas you need to upgrade.
Well, since you said it like that, there it is. There it is, right there. Because when I seen my list and I seen all of the loathed it, and I didn't see the loved it, I think I remember because I came to the ATS to just let y'all know that my life sucked. Because when I realized all the things that I actually do, they on the loathed it side, I was like, well, damn, what is my, really? That's what I love, and I'm loathing that too right now. Something is wrong. So when it came down to, that was the thing that let me know. But then when it comes down to actually redoing something in the system, mine is a more seriousness in it. Because the one thing that people can do is they can laugh with me. But I want to make sure that the people can laugh with me. I want the people to make sure that they can cry with me. I want them to also understand that I'm sincere about what it is that I'm saying. Got me? So I also knew that there were some things that in my life I just needed to do. I think the way I heard it best was, is your brand, like, do you represent your brand? I was in class or something, one of them classes that y'all had, and it was like, are you lying to your brand or something? You know what I mean? Like, if your brand is you, they should be able to see you and see the brand. If not, then that means one of y'all have to change. Either you not change or the brand. Like, that's how I took it. So in the midst,
you took it well.
That's how I took it. Look, so but that's where I'm at right now, to the point where now I know what I'm saying. I know why I'm saying it. And I know that maybe I'm not saying it in the rightest way, because people are telling me about my delivery. The blessing of the delivery is I've been working on it, trust me. And it's very, very good compared to where it was 5 or 6 years ago. So everybody is a work in progress. But when you say, why would I do everyone else and not me? I made up my mind in college, I think it was, when people told me that I should go to New York and do all of this and be an actress and all that. I made up my mind at that moment. I said, well, dag, it's only one of me. But if I sit in this classroom and I teach my students every year, you know what I mean? I'm pushing out 32s of me. So that was what made me take my back seat to the front of being a star. Cause I said, well, damn, I could be a better star sitting in this room with these children and watching them develop into their own stars so that they become stars. So that's, you know what I mean? That's where my sit back was. So now that I'm sick, now people just take advantage of the fact that they know that I'm not really doing anything, because since I've been sick, I stopped living for me. I just was sick. I go to doctor's appointments and show up. I'm a good patient. So if you need me for something, that's the person that you can call, because Adrian really going to do the work for you, and she's not going to ask anything in return. And people know this. And just because I am the person that I am, I'm still going to do it. But meanwhile, my stuff is still not getting done. So, I'm even to the point where I have had crackheads stop me on the street and tell me how much of a lifesaver I was and how much I meant to them to get their house and have their children get back together and all this stuff. This is what I did. These people are telling me that this is what I did. They thanking me. And I'm walking around like, what? I don't have my own house. What you talking about? I done got you a house. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's the choice of life that I've lived. I can say that, as Antonio would say, I've been caught up in a text for a long time, to the point where I knew that the suffrage was where my blessing was in. So that was a lot of other reason why I kind of allowed it to happen that way, because I felt that in the suffrage we were winning. In my sacrifice is where I win, but it works out until the people realize that they think that you're doing too much in their thing. And then they say that this is their thing. It's not your thing. And then got me. So now I'm back where I'm at. That's why I said, I'm glad I fell and followed and flipped or whatever. And they landed me right here at the ATS. I'm glad. I love it, because at the end of the day, I still get to do all of those things, but now all of you already are on that same mindset. So when it comes back and the people look like, damn, really? Yeah, we did let you go on because, like they said, the first shall be last and the last shall be first. That could be why.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Adrian, for sharing with us. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. And yes, you are amongst you are amongst family, because we're all together for a reason. Antonio, I used to laugh at Antonio all the time, because he used to look at us in the office and say, y'all are all black sheep of y'all families. And we looked at him like, dude, who are you? Like, you're the leader of the black sheep. So who would you expect to be here?
You're supposed to tell him he the blackest of them all, right? You're supposed to say, no, you the blackest sheep of them all.
You know, and the more we listen to you guys, the more we hear your stories. And Antonio has said it, each one of you are the black sheep of your families. You know, so with that being said, we love you, Miss Adrian, and we have all been there. We have all had a moment where we've watched others, we've helped others, and they've grown, and we're still sitting here like, okay, you know. But that's when you look at your system and you look at it, you're like, okay, something is not, I don't like the system I'm in. So what about this system can I alter? What about this system? What in my system can I replace with something else to create and upgrade my system? And welcome back, Mr. Samuel. The floor is yours. Go ahead, sir.
Thank y'all for that. I apologize. My sponsor, the person I always say is my, she is my sponsor that owns a Caribbean store, pulled up on me right at that time. And she calls me her father, actually. So anyway, I was going to touch on that thing about sleep and just waking up automatically. Man, I be wishing sometime I can turn my clock on, because God just wakes me up automatically. And Monica said when she can hear her phone pinging at 2 or 3 in the morning, she definitely know that's me up on Facebook posting stuff to prepare for the day. But I have to take naps during the day, because in order for me to be on here at night, I'm up every night at 2 or 3 Eastern Standard Time, which is 1 or 2 y'all time. And then I be up all day because people be PMing me about things, calls. And I just set in order the other week, I think it was last week, right before Antonio said make this week when he was talking about making 4 decisions a day. I had just set in place last week how to reach my success team. Because I check on once, like one or two a day. But at one time I was trying to do it all in one day. And then with people calling in, it was sucking the life out of me. But what I've done, and I've been encouraging people on my live, get that weekly planner that Antonio talked about this week. I have been pushing that last week, which was funny, which lets me know I was in the right atmosphere when he brought it up. I write down my stuff, what I got to do this week, you know, what I got to do tomorrow. Like tomorrow is Faithful Friday, so I've already started on part of my stuff for tomorrow for Faithful Friday. When I wake up about 3 or 4, I space it out. And like Susan said, them power naps, boy, because that's all I take. I don't even need an alarm clock for the most part. Automatically, I'll wake up within 30 minutes, maybe an hour at the most. At the most. And unless I took these pain meds, which I hate taking. So I don't even try to take those because they really knock me out. So in all of that, and just doing a little bit at a time, like my Jamaican friend was saying, man, stop trying to do everything in one shot. Because see, I still got like a hustler's mentality. I just like paying everything in one shot. I don't care if it costs $1,000 or $2,000. If I let a bill go there, I like to just go in there, bam, here you go. Like Antonio said, just walk in there and drop it on them. But I'm learning how to reverse that. And trying to function in a functional way of doing things, and how functionally, because I would even spend money like I still hustle, gamble, whatever. But in that though, those resetting those challenges have been interesting because I'm used to working 16 hours a day out of a 24-hour day. And trying to get on a normal sleep pattern has been busting my chops because I'll wake up, say like if I miss this call, I'll wake up at 11 o'clock and be up all day tomorrow with people calling all through the night because they know I'm up. And boy, can that suck some energy out of you. But for 2020, being that I'm home now 24 hours a day, I'm learning how to manage it a little better, which makes things go a lot smoother. Matter of fact, I even implemented that 4th day that Antonio talked about this week. Hell, I didn't already done that for 2 days this week. Made my life a whole lot easier. Certain phone calls and business calls I made, I said, okay, our call is over at the Eastern Standard Time, 10 o'clock. So I said, okay, I got till 1. Let me get 2 of the things done right there. I had to cut 2 videos shorter than I normally do them this week. I had a task call I had to make at 8:30 this morning to the people that was preparing it so I could be off by 9 o'clock. So, having to readjust, just like in a football or basketball game, sometimes you got to readjust, to get that ring that you want, that championship ring. Is it easy? No, I don't. For me, I get lost how people hit the snooze button. I can't do it. God won't even let me sleep. He make me get up and pray. But anyway, that's it. I'm done.
No, Coach, thank you. I'm sorry, Miss Samuel. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Thank you very much. So you're like feeling Susan. God wakes you up and say, "Hey, come on, get up," and you just get on up. But thank you for sharing. Thank you very much. And you in the same token, you've also shared with us how you're also upgrading your system as well, working on a sleep schedule.
Who is the baby? Look at the baby.
I saw him in the back seat walking back and forth.
Baby. Yes, he's out front now. Samuel, unmute your mic. Such a man. Oh. Hey, who is she?
I muted. There you go.
There, that's a man. Look, what's his name?
He looking outside like, where the hell that's coming from?
Yes, because he can hear the voice. I love it. I love it though, but no, I love animals. That's vibration. That's vibration. I love it. You were in the vibe and he was like going back and forth and then he just poked his head out. That was beautiful. Hi, what's his name?
His name is Peter.
Oh, Lord, Peter. And he was Peter.
Yes, that's Peter Jr. That's Peter Jr.
Right, I get it now. I get the Peters. Peter, nice to meet you, Peter. Lord have mercy. I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I love the animals.
No worries at all. No worries at all. So to recap on everything that we just talked about, we were talking about Elon Musk's quote that Grace read. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. That was Elon Musk. And I'll repost it here for you. And then from there, I asked everyone, what systems have you noticed that you have that you need to change or upgrade? What about your daily system do you need to upgrade? And then we have quite a few of you speak up, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you. And so from there, the question shifted to, okay, well, because we had a couple of people say, and like I said, if it's that way for 2 of us, it's that way for 9 out of 10 of us, that we take other people's what they need from us and we put that above ourselves. And so I asked you a question from there. And my question was, well, why do you think we do that? And we had a plethora of answers on that one. So I thank each and every one of you for that. We had the answer of, just because that's who I am. We had the answer of, it's just Let me work on them so I can do this. We had a few different answers there. And then I asked you, who did your loved it, loathed it list? Because that's a way for you to be able to get feedback. The loved it, loathed it list is a good feedback loop for you. And if you do the loved it, loathed it list once a month, that'll be your monthly feedback loop. So that way you'll be able to go in, do your loved it, loathed it list for a week, and be able to evaluate your daily systems so you know what you need to upgrade. Now that we have recapped, it gives me great pleasure. Wait a minute, I missed one recap. Phil gut punched us and told us that when you hit the snooze button, that's your way of starting your day and saying, I'm going to procrastinate today. And I'm paraphrasing it. But for those of you who were here, you plan to, you know what, Dr. Renita, hashtag plan to procrastinate. Thank you, because that helped me. Mr. Phil said, when you hit the snooze button, you're saying, I plan to procrastinate today. Thank you, Mr. Phil. 5:45. All right, Miss Monica. Yes, he told us that.
Can you read that?
It says 5:45. Phil, Phil said, don't start with procrastination. Get up. You know what, Monica?
On there.
And then Coach Eads came behind us, behind that with the second gut punch. So now we have a full recap, everyone. And it now gives me wonderful and great pleasure to present to you our coach, our teacher, our leader for the evening. The gentleman who, if it was not for his brain, his drive, his will, and his innovations, that we would be here today. If it had not been for him, we would all still be the black sheep of our family fighting for the light. I give to you Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr.
Thank you. And I'm not the host for this evening. I'm the co-host at this point. So you all be ready with me. Be ready with me. Keep yourself ready. And I can't believe Phil told y'all that. That was pretty tough. that was pretty tough. Now, the name of this chapter is Upgrading Your Systems for Living. So keeping the concept of the chapter and the spirit of the chapter, I want to ask questions outside the chapter from observing the conversation for the last hour to now. Let's identify systems for living. I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to answer the question. I'm going to open it up for more answers to the question. What would we say are systems for living on planet Earth? I know you think the internet is one of them, but it is not. I'm not sure if you remember, but we didn't always have the internet. I know you think air conditioning is one of those systems for living. In the South, we would definitely argue that, yes, it is, Antonio. Keep your mouth shut. I understand. But it, too, is not a system for living. Let's put Dr. Renita and myself together as mates, significant others. She can live with me without the internet. She can live with me without air conditioning. It would be difficult because, you know, we both chocolate and we got this body heat just radiating off of us, you know. Well, we can do that. But she couldn't live with me without respect. I'm now answering the question. Wow. So what systems of living have we not upgraded lately? I will start with the first one I just introduced. Have we upgraded how we respect people recently? Uh-oh. Okay, got a lot of no's out there.
Oh. No, how am I saying? Sorry.
Here's the deal. Some of us on this call can go back decades without having upgraded our systems of respect. I'll push that further. We don't even upgrade these systems of respect during marriage. And that's just one system. Someone tell me, how can we upgrade our systems of respect for other people? Because we need to. I'm not even talking about what's going on in the country or some impeachment trial. I'm talking about, how does it feel when Monica walks out the room? How do we feel about Phil after we hit in on the Zoom call? How do
we
feel
love
about
them.
you? That's true.
We love them. We feel better. Well, I can only speak for myself, but we love them. And the spirit of what we're doing and why we do it is because there's a love in it. So like you're talking about other people, like there's a love in it. It's really like a Christ love. Like I look at people the same way that God looks at me, because I done probably messed it up. And somebody can be good to tell you about something that I done did.
Okay, you know what? Let's chase that. Let's chase that rabbit trail. Does Christ love need to be upgraded?
Does Christ love or people's knowledge of Christ's love?
It's a fair question. I asked you a question. You asked me that question. That's a very fair question. So my answer to you would be both.
I could say, oh, I like that. That was easy.
Well, no. Well, I'll go deeper and make it harder for myself. Because I finished on one by saying Christ's love needs to be upgraded. But why does it not? Does not the devil have a Facebook page?
Got to by now.
Well, no. Hold on. Has not prostitution changed every generation? Help me now.
Come on. You telling the truth.
We selling on Tinder now.
But you're telling the truth, because that's the thing. Right? Everything has evolved. Everything has evolved except for the church. I mean, you know.
Okay.
If you want to talk real conversation.
Right? I just took your conversation. I didn't even. I was actively listening to you.
If you're going to ask
it's
what
your
they need help
conversation.
with,
Yeah.
Then you have to say, okay, then no, we can look at that and say, whoa, yeah. Everything needs to be a reboot to at least bring it to 2021.
Even the love of Christ needs to be rebooted, and we don't need to. And this doesn't. This is boring all religions here. She brought this up. Listen, I don't need years to update the love of Christ. I'm glad Kiara's on this call. Me and Kiara are anointed heathens, and we gotta go from one conversation of professionalism about the love of Christ and then go right to hood talk and say, Samuel, man, beep all that beep immediately with Christ. Come on, don't fool me now. Now I'm just saying, I'm saying different places have different languages and different examples.
Now, if you're in the word, though, that's what Christ did, because Christ came and spoke to everybody in the manner of where they were and accepted everyone to say, and you know what I mean, to get to that next point. So there was a moment in there where you're right.
Well, right? I mean, if Jerry Seinfeld is not allowed to get away with sounding like Kevin Hart, and Kevin Hart is not allowed to get away with sounding like Jerry Seinfeld, then it kind of seems to me that we need to update wherever we are. We need to be genuine, and we also need to update. Have we updated how we respect one another? Watch this here. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm about to do y'all like Phil did, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry. It's Phil's fault. We'll just blame him. Okay? He's got enough timber sent up to heaven that he can get away with it. It's enough grace. have we updated our listening skills to where we don't cut people off when they speak? Now, I'm not talking about a Zoom call. Well, in most cases, we're not talking about, you know, your proper interruptions of me. We're not talking about that. That's not what I'm talking about here. That's proper. You have carte blanche to interrupt me. That's not what we talk about here. We're talking about when someone's talking, are you actively listening? Everybody said no. And not thinking of what you're going to say while they're talking. So it makes me bring up Kiara again, because as a therapist, she can't be over talking people. Come on now. Kiara, you can unmute your mic if you want to. I don't know, but I ain't heard from you in a while anyway, so you're more than welcome. Since I keep bringing you up, you're more than welcome to say something right here, because you can't be over talking folk, can you?
Hey y'all, yeah, you were right. I have to be cognizant of that, and it is a habit that I've had, and I've had to learn from some better therapists that it's okay to have extreme silence in your sessions, and I'm not used to that, and I've never been used to that in my life. But now that I've started to implement that, I make so much more progress with clients.
Yeah, they'll talk so much more because they're uncomfortable, right? They give you more information with the extreme silence. Tell us, break down extreme silence for us, Kiara. That sounds really, really good.
Extreme silence is simple. Well, the first part is when you have a lot of knowledge, it doesn't mean that person is ready to receive it. And I've had to learn that, because I will pour everything from A to Z into you if you allow me to. And that can be harmful for people. And I thought it was a good thing, but it can be harmful. So the extreme silence is when you kind of introduce a topic, or you're going down a certain pathway of what you're working on with that client, and you're kind of just dwelling in the silence. So as the professional, you're thinking of all the possible responses you need to give them. And then that client is naturally reacting to that silence. And that's, like you said, that's when they start to talk and all this stuff comes spilling out.
Wow, that's really good. I see a therapist once a month. I don't know if y'all know that, but I do. I see a therapist once a month. Okay, black folk, I'm sorry, white folk, I'm not talking to you right now, or in between. Okay, black folk, please go see a therapist. It's okay. Why we do that? Where it come from? I don't even know where it come from, but it's okay. Well,
it came from the fact that nobody's supposed to know that you really that messed up, and if you are, you're supposed to keep it in your house and behind them closed doors. Don't you dare tell somebody else that you got something wrong with you.
Okay,
what's wrong with you, boy?
That's 4 facts now. I mean, you own it. But I just, some stuff you can't pray away molestation. Right? That's trauma. Finally, good. Lord have mercy. That's probably why Kiara's looking for a man right now, because she see right through people. See right through people. But okay, you gonna be good. As soon as they start talking, she practices extreme silence. And, oh Lord, you know what? Let's just cash this check out. Let's No, I think it's important for us to know that when we're talking about upgrading systems, it's not the big systems, y'all, that get us. Do I have, you know what? Me and Kiara just talked as a professional. Please tell me where I tried to preach behind her. Uh-oh. You know what y'all do? That I see it all the time. I see it all the time. Somebody then said something and said the bone off of something. And you think in order for the conversation to be good, you must comment on that and show your intelligence. Uh-oh. No.
I'm sorry. I do that. I have a question. Listen, you know,
Come on, come
one
on.
thing for sure, two things for certain. If you know me, you know me, and that's one thing I can tell you. So I the way that you say it, I understand. What if you really have something that was right there, or you were there, like a feel, felt, found? You don't feel, felt, found them.
Wonderful. Glad you said it. I'm glad she said it. I pulled up a video and I said, "No, don't show that video. Don't show that video," because Kiara had said something, and I was like, "Oh my god, I gotta like her. I got a perfect video for that." And I said, "Nah, she killed that. I'm not gonna say that." That's actually what made me say it. She killed it. I'm not gonna say that. And then Adrian asked the question. Let me tell you. All right, let's review her question. You're right. What if, which is another version of but. All right. This is what that sounds like, okay? This is what's happening in y'all heads. This is a comedy sketch. It's like some of my favorite people. This is what's happening in y'all heads right here. This is too funny to me. It really should be. Kiara, I'm gonna send you the link so you can put it with in your therapy sessions. Y'all check this out. Oh, hold on. Sorry. Hold on. I thought I had it muted.
And nobody knew about it. That's how she can afford to pay the rent. You know Jenna from down the road. Like no one understands. I want to tell my story. I want to tell my story. My story's way better. I want to tell my story. I'm not listening to you. My story's way better. I'm not listening to you. My story's way better. I'm not listening to you. I'm not listening to you. My story's way better. So that reminds me about my flatmate. I want to tell my story. I want to tell my story. I want to tell my story. Yeah, I want to tell my story. My story's yeah. I want to tell my story. I want to tell my story. My story's yeah. I can't tell my story. I'm not listening to you. It's like my brother. I want to tell my story. 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 Absolutely ridiculous because like she's the guy who's so many people. Peacock's got Harry Potter. He got the school, the spells, the brooms.
Wait, hilarious. But do you know that I've sat in places and watched that kind of happen? Like I grew up in households like I grew up in a household like that. Like listen, like family does that. Like that's just how they talk. And that's crazy because to see it.
Yeah, so Kiara's talking. She's making a good point. But since you're Antonio, I want to tell my story. 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 Okay, you're right, Kiara. And also, I found I see it at least 100 times a day. I see it on these calls. Uh-oh. This is Phil's fault. Because since he slapped y'all, I figured I might as well just go ahead and keep it up. Look, Kira said, I've done it. Poor habit. I've done it. I used to do that all the time. Go ahead, Monica. Come on out here and throw yourself on this.
I was going to say, every time Kira talks, I think for me, I'm like speechless after. I'm still trying to register because everything she says is so deep.
Yep.
It's like so many layers. So I'm still trying to like register everything that she said and tie it in. So I just never have anything to say. I know that's right. I'm trying to catch up. So
yeah, definitely. No, she's wise, and she's not the only one. You know, many of you are wise, and it's what I like. As much as Adrian would discount herself, most of what she says is wise. Now she'll jump in there, right? And she'll jump in there in some crass way that'll make you think, oh my God, why did she do that? Don't bother me one bit. You know why it don't bother me? Because the only way it can bother me is got to be in me. She don't bother me. And as long as I approve of it, Agent gonna keep talking. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you listen to what she is saying, she's coming from a place of genius, which now makes me ask the next question. Have we upgraded ours? I've been killing Deanna with this here, y'all. Okay. So Deanna, raise your hand first and say no. Just unmute your mic and say no. Don't you know what I'm going to say? Just say no.
No.
Outstanding. You're so obedient. I appreciate you. Have we upgraded our systems for giving people the benefit of the doubt. Uh-oh. It's a lovely example I like to bring up right here. This is what we do. And this is what we do. I would even say this is what we do as a collective. Nope. This is what we do as a collective, as individuals. We do it, period, point blank. Somebody cut you off in traffic. Mother beep, 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 right? Instead of going, oh my God, Renita, they must have emergency to get to. How you know they don't have an emergency? Why is it they had to be cutting you off? Or somebody late. Somebody late, and your relief. You trying to get off work. We all been there before. Don't fool me. Don't fool me now. We all been there before. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Who know what I'm talking about? You supposed to be off work. And here they is late. And then they had the nerve to say, "Hey man, I'm coming in. I'm gonna be late. How long? I need an hour. An hour? I'm not staying here no extra hour. We even go 5 minutes. I don't do you like that, right?" But whenever we late, Kiara, saying her because she's a therapist, I'm finna say, "Oh, well, you know what, Kiara? My bad. It was traffic. Oh, you know what, Kiara? My alarm didn't go off. Kiara, it was some outside force that made me late. It wasn't me. Even though, Kiara, I made sure when you were late, I attacked your character. But now that I'm late, it was something I couldn't control."
Brother, come on now.
How many of y'all willing to admit that we do that?
Oh my Lord. But you know what? You don't know situations. Okay, I'm a fast lane driver because I can't see out of my left eye. Okay. So there's so many people that love to go in the fast lane and they like to go fast. My whole thing is they don't really know my situation. I gotta be near the wall because of the fact that they can go so fast. Why is it that they gotta sit behind me and bleep and cuss me out and flash my lights and flash the lights in front of me instead of just going around me? Since y'all talking, because it frustrates the hell out of me because I know it frustrates people when people are in the fast lane, but people don't understand the people's situation. Like I'm literally in this fast lane because I'm trying not to kill nobody on the damn street. You flashing my light, you flashing me with the light is gonna make me now have an accident. But
you got a good point. Now I'm gonna just ignore the fact that everybody gonna tell you shouldn't be driving, right? That's what they're gonna say. Somebody gonna say, I'm gonna just ignore that. That was so easy. That was so easy to get to. You listen, they was already saying
it. Until they take it, he said until they take it, you keep driving. And that's what my doctor told me. Until they take it, you keep driving. All right. That's what he said.
Monica said she was just gonna say speed up. Look, half the people listening to you, they went straight to the path of least resistance. Well, why are you driving? So just leaving that argument, says that's so easy to do. She does have a good point. Just because you don't like the point, I got you. I forgot you earlier. Just because you don't like the point, don't mean she don't have a good one. Right. Renita, why are you out there exercising and showing everybody? You ain't got to film it all the time. Well, yeah, the hell I do. Right? Don't worry about what I'm doing. How you know she's not filming it to inspire someone, to create a personal brand, that's so when she creates enough money, she can leave money to her church. Or you don't know. But as soon as somebody done did, she said, that's my business. Soon as somebody, first off, you look good. She might be, you understand. I don't know her relationship situation, but it might be some 23-year-old out there. You understand what I'm saying? Because back when I was 23, I'd have shot my shot. You understand? I mean, Renita, how's it going? You all right? But I ain't 23 no more. You understand? But you get the point. We don't know what people are going through. Come on, Deanna.
So what Miss Adrian said brought me back to, because I'd actually forgotten what I was going to say, but when she said what she said, it brought me back to it. There was one evening that our neighbor, it was like midnight, and he was literally out on his riding mower cutting his grass. And I was my stepbrother was like, man, he's crazy. What is he doing? And I don't know what drove me to say it. But I just told him, I said, we don't know what he's going through. He could be riding his lawnmower to clear his mind. It could be something that he does. Because it was, I can't remember if it was like New Year's Eve, but it was like a holiday evening. And I told him, I said, we don't remember, we don't know if that's his way of remembering somebody. We don't know if he's clearing his mind. We don't know if he had a rough day. We don't know if that's something that he used to do with somebody, if that is a what is a ritual, or what do we call things that we do all the time with people?
That's a ritual.
A ritual, or like a
routine.
No, I know what you're trying to say.
Okay, that thing. we don't know. So tradition. There we go. We don't know if that's a tradition that he had with someone that he's just keeping up with. So we can't judge somebody for doing something that we think is odd or crazy or out of the blue. And I still have to remind myself of that. If someone is driving 100 miles an hour, it's not for me to say, man, slow down, you're going to have an accident, or I hope a cop catches you. It's for me to say, man, I don't know what's going on. So I hope wherever they're going, I hope they get there safely. I hope everything's okay. I hope wherever they're rushing to, whoever's at that location is okay. Because if they're driving like that, there's a reason for it. So thank you, Miss Adrian, for saying what you said about why you drive in the left-hand lane, because you're right. We don't know. And it was to answer Antonio's question when it comes to, how we love people, how we treat people, and how we upgraded that. We haven't. But the best way to do that is to always remind yourself, what about the days where you had a bad day and you did something you wouldn't normally do? Or what about the days where you had to speed to get somewhere because there was something going on? And if we just do that, instead of judging that person for what they're doing, instead of riding behind them, flashing your lights, you actually ask yourself, why of all of these lanes are they in this lane? Instead of judging them for cutting their grass at 1 p.m. at midnight or 1 a.m. in the morning, ask yourself, are they okay? This is something going on. And I think that, to answer your question that you asked earlier, Antonio, if we consider others, that would be a step forward.
Well, considering others is too hard, right? Apparently. Different question. And you're right. Everything you said, right? I mean, Deanna is correct. I just wanted to push this train of thought here, because when we say, have you upgraded your systems of thought, y'all thinking this big stuff, but that's not what systems of living, right? That's not what makes me get along with Coach Shanae. How about when I speak to her, I recognize that her speaker might be on, so I might want to be speaking to her correctly, just in case Big Daddy listening. How about that? I'm just saying. What? Hey, Big Daddy, what's happening? You get what I'm saying, though?
How you doing, brother? I'm listening.
Good.
I'm listening.
Already. Good, man. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure. But y'all feel me though? Like, real talk. How do you, like, this is real talk. Can you be, I'm gonna just bring up man, since that just happened. Can I be man enough to not just respect Shanae, but respect her husband and respect that they're doing everything perfectly? Can I do it? Interesting. Here's another one for you. Can I respect and upgrade daily the opinion of my parents? Uh-oh. Can I respect and update daily the opinion of my parents?
Okay, see, now.
Look, hold up, before you confess, you ain't even the only one.
I just want, no, I ain't messing with you because, listen, I ain't messing with you, but you know, tonight is Thursday and I have to do these like this. So I'm requesting that you send me, because I would love to hear the rest of this class in entirety.
Oh, no, I got you. We'll make sure you get it. Grace, can you do that for me? Can you make sure she
Thank
get it?
you.
I mean, you ain't, listen, man, you welcome. The first response is you welcome. Your second response is, I came here to serve. I ain't tripping. You know that. I ain't tripping about whatever you need. Let's get it. It's going down. Now, y'all check me out for a second, though. Have you upgraded the systems of your parents? And oh my God, have you upgraded the relationship with your in-laws? Help me, somebody.
Hallelujah.
Y'all wasn't supposed to look left, look right? You understand what I'm saying? Think about it though, right? Like think about it. Think about it. Have we done that? Here's another one. I got a whole video. I posted it one day. I mean, I shared it one day. I'm gonna go back to it real quick. I'm gonna show y'all something. I did something so stupid one day, man. Let me see. Antonio T. Smith Jr. Apologize to my son or something like that. Is this it? All right, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna wrench around and wrench out. This is important. This is hold on. Because this is too important. I need y'all to see that there's another area we got to. Oh, it ain't apologize day I hurt my son. That's what it's called. I remembered it now. In this video, I forgot to send what's the name, Kira, that link, that funny video for what her clients be. I ain't gotta listen to them. Okay. This video right here, I hurt my that little kid right there in the front. He's 12 now. He's much older now. I heard him one day, man. One day, like, I don't know what he did. It was stupid though, yo. It was like mad stupid. And I uncharacteristically just like got on him good. And I don't do that. And when I see his expression, it broke my heart. Like, I saw his hero crush him. So guess what I do? Ah, man, my bad, buddy. My bad. And when I went hugged him, he had no life. None. No life. My question is, have we upgraded our systems daily of how we treat our children? Ooh, I'm cutting deep now. Ooh, I'm cutting deep. Let me tell you, real talk. I mean this. It took me like kids don't really trip that long. It took me like 8 hours to get him to act like himself again. That day, I downgraded the love for my son. See, appreciate means to increase in value. Depreciate means to decrease in value. So when I appreciate Marcello, I believe that's how you say it. Hopefully I ain't saying it wrong. It means I'm saying, King, today I find you more valuable than I did yesterday. That's how you appreciate somebody. And that day I looked at my son and I said, I depreciate you. Go ahead, man. I saw you unmute you, Mike.
That was powerful. I think I've gone through that before myself. As you were saying, I was envisioning some things that I've done in the past as well. And I think we come from a good place. I mean, it could be, you know, your young one possibly tinkering with the outlet, and you know what can possibly happen. They have no clue. But as you said, that hero, like, man. And so I'm be very honest, man. I think for me, you said 8 hours. I want to go even deeper than 8 hours. I mean, I think about what have I done to his or her future? How do they look at me? So when you say you cutting deep, you are cutting deep. I definitely understand it.
Yeah, no doubt. Appreciate you. Yeah, real talk. And he got me thinking now, man, how much have I affected my kids' futures? Like, how they gonna treat their girlfriends because how I treated their mama. I'm trying to tell you. I mean, we cool now. But there was some days I had to lose my cool. And I had to lose my cool because I didn't give her the benefit of the doubt and because I didn't upgrade my system to that queen. Every day it got to be updated. Come on, Daoud. Grace told me you unmuted your mic earlier.
Yeah, today's been a hard day, bro. I've been taking a lot of
taking the body shots, huh?
taking too many bullet holes. A lot of these upgrades, it feels like it's focused externally, right? Have we upgraded how we respect people? Have we upgraded the giving them the benefit of the doubt? Have we upgraded how we treat our kids? And I'm also adding to that, have we upgraded how we treat ourselves? Because how we treat ourselves is a reflection of how we treat those people. So if I haven't upgraded, if my respect for somebody else, then that means that I haven't upgraded my respect for myself. If I haven't given somebody else the benefit of the doubt, I haven't given myself the benefit of the doubt. And if I'm treating my kids poorly, I know that that's a reflection of me treating myself poorly. And I've imposed how I feel about myself onto my kids. So for me, I need to upgrade my own opinion and belief about myself first before I can upgrade how I treat those outside of me.
You talking so much. Yeah, I can clap for that, yeah. You talking so much, you made me pull up a video. Here, okay, this time I'm definitely gonna send it to Kara because I forgot to send the other one. But y'all do me a favor, text this to her, Grace. All right. She don't need it or nothing, but she keep them therapy and some sessions going. And I'm trying to make she wrench around and wrench it off. Yeah, she out there blessing folk. She out there doing a real ministry out there. Daoud, this is to your point. And let me tell you, golly, even shocked Oprah.
Jackie Ryan just wrote on Facebook, I'm tired of being strong, I want to be weak. And Iana said that so many of us wear that as our badge. You know, those of you, how many of you are the strong ones?
Really?
Yeah. I believe it though.
Not good. No, but they're saying, yay, strong.
Yeah, and why isn't that good?
Because then, first of all, it's probably inauthentic.
Yeah.
That you always put other people before you, but you put yourself last. How you treat yourself is how you treat God. So you're putting God last because you are the representative of God in your life.
Come on with it.
I rewinded that whole thing. Hold on, God dog it. Take the whole thing back. Take it back, cuz. Take it back.
Facebook, I'm tired of being strong, I want to be weak. And Iana said that so many of us wear that as our badge. You know, those of you, how many of you are the strong ones?
Really?
Yeah. I believe it though.
Not good.
No,
but they're saying, yay, strong.
Yeah, and why isn't that good?
Because then, first of all, it's probably inauthentic.
Yeah.
You know, that you always put other people before you, but you put yourself last. How you treat yourself is how you treat God. So you're putting God last because you are the representative of God in your life.
Come on with it.
You.
Well, that's really deep. Now that just was an aha moment.
You got nothing right.
Where's my writing tools, Steve? Now, I've never heard it put that way before.
Yeah, because you are the representation of God in your life, and you put you last and put other people ahead of you, which means you're putting other things and other people ahead of God in your life.
Really?
Yes, really.
But I thought God said, Jesus said, what you do to the least of these and how you treat other people, you treat your brother like yourself.
Okay, that's when you're getting into the service. But in your life,
yes,
you've got to be as good to you as you want to be to God in order to be of service to others in the world.
Thank you very
much. She doing too much. She just doing too much. Hold on, God dog it.
Thing somebody would have said was, but wait a minute, I gotta treat people. Yes. But to Daoud's point, until you treat you well, you can't just run out of here and use other people so you never have to deal with yourself. See, when you, can I tell y'all when I did that? Is this, I'm gonna talk about me. If this hit you, you got a me problem. If this hit you. All right. I used to run to women. All right, so let me back up a little bit. So I've dated older women my whole life. Why? Because missing a mother. So I went out there trying to find me a mother. Does that make sense? It's like psychological broken sense. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, good stuff. Now, so I'm always dating these women, and I was good, Kiara. Oh, Lord. I had more confidence in what I could do to them than how I treat them. Did you hear what I said? Oh, I had sugar. I knew you understand. Because I was convinced that I was a pleaser. I say it in cool ways too. I'd say, Vanessa, nah, man, whatever turn you on, turn me on. Because it was better for me to please you. So I never had to please myself. I ought to have a witness up in here, boy. I tell you. Oh, I wanted to make sure Renita Kramer, no, we go to your family house on Thanksgiving. Because I knew if you saw how my family looked at me, and all the friction I done created for myself. You can't love people into loving you back. Girl, you better watch it over here. That sounds like a book, is what it sounds like. So I was real good in falling in love with you, so I didn't have to fall in love with me. I feel like this is one of them AA classes. I made sure, Tanya. I made sure. I got so wrapped up in you, girl. And listen, psychologists got a word for this. Oh, there's a phrase for this. Oh, it's the number one attribute for abusive relationships. Ask Kiara. It's called high involvement. Oh, I'd be so involved with Kiara. Where you at? Where you going? Where you getting at? I'm coming with you. She couldn't even have friends no more because I was in every area of her life. Come on, man. I know God doggone well I'm talking. So when it comes to abuse, oh, I was the abuser. This is how I know abuse is miles away. You was a survivor. I was the abuser. And I'd gaslight you like Donald Trump gaslight himself. No disrespect to his presidency. I'm just saying that man can gaslight himself, which is impressive. Oh, I'd gaslight you. And if you had confidence, see, first off, I wouldn't even pick Kiara right now. She got too much damn confidence. 3 years ago, Kiara, I was all on that. This Kiara now, oh yeah, I'd make sure I say, well, you know what I'm saying? She thinks she, you know. Oh, I knew how to, Vanessa, I could spot you. I could go into a club and see exactly who was going to let me convince them I was a good man until it was too late. There she go. What's up, girl? Nah. I'm not going to tell you I'm different. Nah, everybody tell you that. I'm just looking for the right one. And right there, I start listening for you to tell me all the answers I can bullshit you with, because I can't say it no other way. And soon, and look, we say stuff. Some people like me, you know what people like me say? You know what abusers say? Whoop, she laughed. It's over. I got her. Oh, y'all want to be innocent on me. Renita, I was so much, girl. Your mama warned you about me. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't listened though, but she warned you. I was the reason you needed $20 in your purse during the 80s when you was going out dating. You know that emergency cash they talked about, Sugar? You know what I'm talking about. We got the same grandmother. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Told y'all I had that $20 emergency cash. You don't know if he crazy or not. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All because, and I hope y'all ready for this. When a man don't love himself, he can't love no woman. I can't tell you nothing about no woman because I ain't no woman. I can just tell you, when a man don't love himself, he's out to disrespect a woman. Is this? Am I making some sense here? I'm just trying to tell y'all. See, I see Jaquita in the club. Wouldn't even holler at her. She got too much confidence. I'm telling y'all how they pick. Y'all know it. You know I ain't lying. Look at Susan. Oh no, she got her stuff together. Can't do it. Look at Phil. I'm not gonna be his friend. He gonna see right through me. So when you ask me about Phil, I'm gonna say something lie. I don't know. It's just something about him. Whatever. It's something about him. He ain't nobody that. Y'all hear this all the time. I got no reason not to like Phil, but I done told you I got a feeling from him, like I'm some sort of psychic. No, I ain't got no feeling. My feeling is he can see through me, and I don't like that. Y'all hear what I'm saying? I was so good. I was so good at making sure I loved you more than I love myself. Who's with me? Let me get some people to get on this cross with me, okay? Got Deanna, Daoud, Vanessa. All right, got Tanya. Come on now. It can't just be us few. Okay, yep. Can't say been there. I'm telling y'all, man. I'd see a good woman, and I wouldn't stop until that woman came down to my size. Can I bless you with more transparency? Let me pick somebody. See, I couldn't handle Deanna up here. I ain't know what to do up there. She opened up a school book, Vanessa, I'll start arguing. So she opened up one of the books. I start arguing real quick. Oh. So you doing that again? So you doing that again? You just. I'm not. No. I'm not saying. Right. I'm not saying. I'm just saying that you never got time. And then once you get there, see what you gonna do is you gonna leave me for one of them. No, she can't read, Jaquita. All that damn read. She might read about me. She can't read. Somebody wrote a book about me. Oh, classic narcissist, Kiara. Classic. Why y'all think I'm so good today? Because I was bad yesterday. Man, can you read, Kiara? Oh, you gonna read a book again, Kiara? Damn, can you at least read it with me though? I'm just trying to show you all these sides. It's like 34 different traits of abusive relationship. I'm going through all of them. I'm just trying to show you these sides. Why? You know what I'm saying? And then I go, you know what? But it wouldn't start off like that. She opened up her book. I go in the kitchen, bashing dishes everywhere. What's wrong with you? Ain't nothing wrong with me. And then I gotta go to Kiara to make sure she proved to me how much she loved me before I start acting right. Uh-oh. Yeah, I used to date this woman. I swear to God to you, this is the truth. She said she in the car. I ain't mad at you. I swear to God, this is true. I used to date this woman. And I don't, to this day, this is one of the things I can't figure out. She would always start an argument before. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know, before there's kids around, you know. She'd always start an argument. And I go, man, why you do that? You know what I'm saying? Let's just start an argument. And then one day I realized, damn, she don't like me. She not attracted to me unless she mad at me. And I sat back and I had to, first off, it took me 1.5 years to come to this conclusion. I don't want y'all to think I did this in a week. And when I sat back, man, and I said, has she ever before me happy? And why I ain't never noticed it? What the hell is wrong with me? Wait. I gotta be tripping. So I start testing it. This I can't be. This don't even sound like something you can make up. I say, man, so I start, and then she picked this argument, and it would be the weirdest stuff. And then she would get mad. And she waited till I got mad to then go, stop. Yeah, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay? And I had to come to the conclusion that this is how I processed the information. I had to buy a few books to get this. She was raping me. Since she couldn't overpower me and take it, the only way she can rape me is to make me give it to her when I'm mad, which is now against my will. And I sat there and I had to process that. I'm baffled right now. I sat there and I said to myself, how you spend 1.5 years with somebody raping you and you don't even realize it's happening. And there was only one conclusion someone ascending can come up with. Damn, I'm a rapist. Oh, we're going to get real today. We ain't got a few minutes left. And I went back in my head and I started realizing every time I made a woman cry, I got secretly turned on about it. Uh-oh. I ain't the only one out here. You go ahead and, you hide behind the cross all you want to. I got turned on when I hurt people. I want you to examine the next time you're mad and see if you get aroused. Go ahead. Go ahead, blame it on science. Nope. Something broken in you. I don't know how else. I don't know how else to keep it. I don't know how else to help you. I don't know how else to keep it real with you. I can only be with somebody doing me like that because I did that, and it wasn't until I ascended past it to where I noticed it. See, what was happening to me was in me, but I couldn't see it because it was at my awareness. But once I got past that awareness, I looked back and I was like, God, oh. See, I didn't blame her because first off, and my older women know this here, me and her ain't get together the right way, right? Y'all know that. You understand. Okay, I hope you don't think we met in church. And if we did met in church, I hope you don't think she wasn't married. Come on now, y'all know how these things go. Don't fool me now. This is a relationship all wrong. It was started off wrong, was wrong, and we ain't never we couldn't even be seen together in public, Vanessa. You know what I'm talking about. I wouldn't even save her phone with the right name. I was under one of her homegirl names. Oh, y'all too saved tonight. That's y'all ain't never slept in the wrong bed. As for me, I know how to sleep in the wrong bed, Daoud. I understand how to do so. I made sure I never updated the system of loving myself. And I kept myself in situations where I was the best lover to everybody else because I knew I was the worst lover to myself. Can anybody relate to that?
But Antonio.
Yes, ma'am. Talk to me.
In that trash can wasn't nobody loving you anyway. So where were you going to learn how to love?
On my psychological report, it says just that, but keep on going.
So you were raped. So how would you not know how to be a rapist?
Ooh,
she was in the position that she was in because her home life was jacked up also. So she only could relate that pain, sex, love, being angry, because that was happening to her in her home. That was the way she was raised. So two sickies don't make a well person because you was feeding you was feeding off of her sickness. She was feeding off of your sickness, and you two was just two sick people in there. So I'm glad that you rose above that awareness to find out you're doing what was done to you. She was doing what was done to her, and you two was doing it to each other. And that's what was going on in that situation.
Law of attraction.
Law of attraction. We attract our abusers. Sugar, you show said something. In my psychological report, it says he was never nurtured, so he's not nurturing. And you got to think about it. I was basically born grown. I mean, you really have to think about it. I had no examples. It's in my assessment of myself, which is terrible. Well, it's not terrible to do, but anywho, I'm like Adam and Eve. Here I am, all this responsibility. They say, now go do something right. Wait a minute now. Hold on. Where's my mentor? Wait. Eve go, wait. I've never seen a good relationship before, but you're gonna be in one though. See, I ain't even thought about that. Adam go, well, okay, I'm gonna protect this woman. What's my example? Nah, you got it. I ain't had no examples. So I run out there looking for older women to be my example. Oh man. I'm just trying to keep it real with y'all so we can get some transformation tonight, Tanya. I ain't trying to bother you. I'm just trying to keep it real. See, all these leaders be out here acting like they got they acting like they got their stuff together. They made their millions the right way and never made a mistake. You understand. Worst thing they ever did was made a bad investment. Not me. Not me. Every time I ever been in jail was my fault. And I've been in jail. Oh, yeah. I ain't never cussed nobody out by accident.
Yeah.
I what you call one of them cussing Christians. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So make me sick. I cuss right in church. Well, whatever. God know my heart. Chiquita. I need you to. I just. I was the kind of person that drive by a church, cut my music down and respect the church, cut it back up soon as I left the block. That ain't right or normal. Hell, I'm still listening to shoot, kill. I still listen to the same thing. If you are not able to upgrade the system of loving yourself like that, this is Daoud's point, which I wouldn't even brought up. I'm glad he did. I'm all day, H-time, Scarface.
That's it.
I'm telling you, I went out there. What else is a gangster supposed to be with? I can't be with another gangster. Nah, it's gotta be a good girl, good church girl. Come on. Oh, come on, y'all. Y'all older than me. Come on now. Come on now.
But the church girl is looking for a thug.
And I fit the bill. Fit the bill. It had a good memory, so I could quote what I needed to quote to get her. You understand? Come on, y'all. Listen. I made sure that I hid my toxicity well. Oh, it wouldn't come up on you, Vanessa, until it was too late. By that time, we owned a mortgage together. I wouldn't act a fool until I was on the lease. Oh shit! Come on now. I'm not gonna act a fool off the lease. Hell, I'm with you because I need a place to stay. Some of y'all only relationships because he ain't got no place to stay now.
The game's still the same, Antonio. It ain't changed.
Ain't changed one bit.
It ain't changed. Your antennas gotta still be up. So you know what I say? You better love with your eyes open. I be looking. I don't close nothing no more.
That's right.
Look, we say pay attention.
Pay attention.
Pay attention.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
Y'all, I was in it. So part of the agreement is you got to forget who you are before you get here. That's a whole different story later. But it's all right though. I got to do a lot of stuff earlier because it was my purpose, right? It's how I got here. Because of that, I ain't got nothing to prove no more. See, I'm the man. And so when these girls go, oh my God. Oh. If y'all see my inbox, child, you don't even want to know. Right, okay? Oh my God, Antonio. So I've already been the man, Vanessa. So you can't pump my head up. You understand what I'm saying? I've already been the man. I ain't got nothing to prove no more. I'm finished.
You've been redeemed.
I've been redeemed.
You done been through the trash. You done been through the stuff.
Yeah.
So you were like the diamond in the rough.
That's it. That's it.
And now look at the end product.
Thank God for the
now
end.
God can use you.
That's it. That's it.
He had to get that stuff out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So I just want to tell y'all that you're gonna have to upgrade your systems. And don't be thinking about these big ones. Can you let Kiara be smart without you adding value? Most people can't do it. I bet you if you ask Kiara, she intimidates men and women. She got the nerve to be pretty, confident, and smart. They don't even know what to do with that. They don't even know. They don't even know what to do with that. And God forbid she got pretty toes. Oh Lord have mercy. Right? You can't have all of the package. Go ahead, Daoud.
Looking like Daoud. Looking like Daoud, Antonio.
Yeah. Looking like Daoud. Got the nerve to smile and be nice. Daoud. And you know his chest is solid, y'all.
Yeah.
You know it is.
and then he put that voice on you.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Come on, Samuel. I'm about to end that to you.
I'm going to tell you what's funny, because I worked on a military base when I was 15 all the way to 24. So when I was 19, chick that first had the Saab. Remember Saabs back in the 80s?
Oh, yeah.
Drop top. And she said, and she was married. Her husband was gone to, what's that thing when you got to go out there for 2 weeks or whatever that shit is?
A-knock, something, the pen.
Yeah, when you got to go out in the field or whatever for 2 weeks.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, so she said, look, instead of beating around the bush, going all around the barnyard, why don't you just come through the front door and say what you want? Because women, we want that too sometimes, right? She said, you're doing all this and doing all that, and all you want is a piece of A double. From that point forward, that's why I started chasing women like Jaquita, chasing ass, for those that don't understand. So I started, the A double. The humpback, cooking letter. So anyway, once she did that, man, I started targeting women like Shaquita and all the rest of them. Cause even high class, I ain't giving dirt. And cause you know what I started saying then? Look, I got multiple women. It is what it is. Hey, cause see, I had money, I was smart. And then, had nice cars, because my son's mother been on cars and told people, I used to have a Mercedes back in the 80s and an IROC Camaro. My cars were all white. Then I had what was that thing? A 280Z or something like that. No, 280, because that was before the 300. No, Mazda RX-7. That's what it was, the Mazda RX-7. So I was real cocky, but man, let me tell you, and it's crazy because women accepted me even though I was out front about stuff. But like I had put in the chat, even though I got messed with by females when I was young, as I was being preyed on, I became a predator. And so many people miss it. And that's what people don't understand about R. Kelly. And I'm going to say what I'm going to say. His sister slept with him, but his sister got messed with, and his sister messed with him and his brother, and he continued the thing. The prey always become a predator. Not always, a lot of times. Just in different forms and fashions. And I'm done.
That's it, man. That's the psychological vacation. Kiara, we got a travel babysitter that do vacations too. Anyway, let me end this. That chat blowing up. Every time I say you talk, you bring the hood out of people. Y'all upgrade your systems. Trust me. If I had it, I don't have any advice. If I can only speak from man perspective, I do know I was never, ever, ever, ever. As far as I'm concerned, I wasn't a man until I was 25. That's how I feel it. That's me personally. I ain't become a man until I was 25. But nevertheless, until I was done, I wasn't good to no woman. Well, I want to tell you don't mess with a man unless he's done, but y'all grown. I just know that once I start loving myself, I became loving to everybody else. But I look at Phil and hate him for no reason. First off, his back too straight. He's standing up too tall. I ain't like that. Right? You know what I'm saying? I hate you if you had parents. If you had two, I'd probably knock you out. I ain't lying. I went through all these phases, man. I went through all these phases. Upgrade those systems that you're not even aware of. Like, can you compliment Phil, who says something amazing on your platform, and not have a doggone problem with it? Most people can't even have a Q&A session because you got them messed up if you ask them a question they wasn't ready for. They feel like you're setting them up. They make sure that you write down what you're going to ask before you get there. I did. Every time I do a podcast interview or something, I said, man, you ask me anything you want. It's all good. Ain't bothering me. We here to entertain your audience. Listen, you know something about me? It's true, Kiara. Shoot. You just better ask when I was. But it's true. It's definitely true. It just depends on who I was at the time, Vanessa. You know how it is. I had to go through anonymous AAA myself. Shoot. Y'all gonna have to upgrade your systems. If you ain't gonna upgrade your systems, leave people alone. That's real advice. And if you're out there dating, stop. Or be real like Samuel saying, listen, I'm toxic. I ain't gonna lie to you. We can do this for like 2 or 3 weeks and I'll be done. Upgrade your systems or leave people alone. Antonio T. Smith Jr. Oh, go ahead, Phil. Oh, fix your mic. Oh, is that me? Can you hear him? Okay, yeah. No, it's not yet, but keep going. We get it.
I can't tell if it's my earbuds or my thing. Hello.
Gotcha.
We on?
Yep.
I think during these times and what you're talking about, it helps us to be more resilient. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
A lot of things coming at us. So I'm going to give us 8 points to be more resilient. Number 1, accept change. Find ways to be more comfortable with the concept of change. Number 2, become a continuous learner. Learn new skills, gain new understanding, and apply them in times of change. Number 3, take charge. Take charge of your own career and your own development. Number 4, find your sense of purpose. It helps you assess setbacks within the framework of broader perspective. Number 5, pay attention to self-identity. Form your identity apart from your job. You have your job, but what are you other than with your job? You can't have your identity be your job. Number 6, and this is what we do here with these calls, cultivate relationships. Develop and nurture a broad network of personal and professional relationships. Number 7, reflect. Reflect fosters learning, new perspectives, and self-awareness. Number 8, skill shift. Reframe how you see your skills, your talents, and your interests. So I'll go over one more time, just the bullet points. Number 1, accept change. Number 2, become a continuous learner. Number 3, take charge. Number 4, find your sense of purpose. Number 5, pay attention to your self-identity. Number 6, cultivate relationships. Number 7, reflect. And number 8, skill shift. If we do that, we'll all be more resilient. And during these times, we need to be more resilient. And invite a number of people to be involved with our group.
Yep. Absolutely. Fantastic. You wrote it down, Grace. Good job. Always on the spot. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can plan better. You can dominate. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow in the morning And then for the rest of the class on the day, Kiara, always a pleasure to have you. You are one of my favorite people. Always, 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 always.
She's truly making a difference.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. All right, y'all. Well, let's go have some fun.
Love you.
Yes, drink some non-alcoholic drinks.
Love your mom.
Thank you, Antonio. Have a great night, everyone.
All right, everybody.
All right, peace and blessings, everybody.
Peace and blessings.